And also welcome to Delaware Hockey Night television streaming live on YouTube. New for this season, Blue Hens Hockey, not just the Division II team as we've had for the last 2 seasons, but also plenty of Division I coverage, Division III coverage, and the women's team will be airing via YouTube over 50 University of Delaware games here this season. James Witherite back along with you for another season. Pleased to be starting my 3rd season with the Blue Hens program and our first over video streaming, so very thrilled about that. As always, you can listen. If you don't have the bandwidth to stream the video, we'll give you the picture via words at dehockeynight.com. The radio player is on the homepage as always. We're happy to have you along with us both on YouTube and via DHN Radio. So the Delaware Division II team opens their seasonal stand against Millersville. In the 2 seasons that I've been with the Division II Blue Hens, they've won all 4 of their meetings against the Marauders. They'll have to do so with some new blood in the lineup this season. A few players who were with the Division I team last year, including defenseman Adrian Rodriguez, Cal Raymore, Ben Bergman, joining the roster. A few local names too, Pat Swain, who was a standout winger for the St. Mark Spartans in his time there. And of course, Dylan Johnson, younger brother of Ryan Johnson, who's back on the first line this year with Devin LeBlanc, joining the ranks of the Blue Hens this season. Between the pipes, it will be Stephen Odgers, commencing his senior year. So a familiar face between the pipes for the Blue Hens and a familiar face between the pipes for the Marauders too, as it will be Garrett Baldacci who gets the call for the visiting Millersville side. We'll take a quick break, 5:30. The expected puck drop here at Fred Rust Arena. Great to have you along with us both on DHN TV and DHN Radio. And welcome into Delaware Hockey Night TV for the opener of the 2019-2020 University of Delaware Division II Blue Hen stand. They will take on the Millersville Marauders in the season opener, having swept them in both the 2018 and 2019 seasons. James Witherite joining you once again here on DHN Radio and brand new for this season, Delaware Hockey Night TV. We've got some help behind the scenes from Mr. Nick Zafiri. Happy to have Nick along with us this season, and he'll be doing a little bit of everything this year, from videography as he's doing now as the Millersville Marauders make their way into Fred Rust Arena in their away black sweaters, gold numbers, gold trim. Garrett Baldacci, as indicated, will be between the pipes for Millersville. The netminder from North Jersey. Of course, this being the first game of the season, no season stats to pass your way, but we'll get them to you, obviously, as we go through the course of the season. Here momentarily, we'll turn things over to Fred Rust Arena public address announcer Bill Williams. This being the season opener, we'll get to meet the entire University of Delaware team, led by Vince Falkowski. Let's go to Bill right now.
At the University of Delaware, this is Blue Hens Hockey. Welcome to the Fred Rust Arena, where tonight your Division II Blue Hens take on their rivals, the Millersville University Marauders. First, let's introduce the starting lineup for Millersville. Starting at left defense, number 5, Dennis Kahada. At right defense, number 10, Brett Vasillo. At left wing, number 20, Tyler Brown. At center, number 21, David Andrews. At right wing, number 12, tonight are Rich Lachau and BJ Hogan. The lines with Brian Valentine, John Carey. At this time, we would ask that everyone please rise and remove your caps so that we may pay tribute to this great country with the singing of our national anthem. The anthem will be sung by Mr. James Whitterwright.
And without further ado, it's time to go here at Fred Rust Arena. Delaware, for those of you joining us on the telly, wearing those sharp new white sweaters, blue numbers on the sleeves and back to match those blue pants and blue buckets. No names on the back yet because the roster wasn't finalized until Thursday. We can tell you it will be Devin LeBlanc to take the initial draw, one of the leading scorers for the Hens last year, longtime line mate Ryan Johnson to his left, Shane Moran to the right. Brian Valentine with the opening face-off, and we are off. Millersville moving from right to left. Kohida chased back by LeBlanc deep into his zone. He's able to knock it away to David Andrews. Played up the right side. Marciniak steps up, lays a body on Brown. They battle for the puck right in front of the Millersville bench, and Andrews comes away with it for the Marauders. Pass up the middle to Brown. Tip to Jack Dreisbach, who races in up the left side. Scrum net front. Nearly put in past Odgers as Marciniak was on the scene there to nullify the chance of Tyler Brown, and now Marcy back in his own zone, unable to clear it. He gets it up ahead to Ryan Johnson, his stick lifted right at the Delaware blue line, and this one is batted out of play. Puck deflected into the Millersville bench, so the face-off comes to center here 49 seconds in, and we'll see the second line for the first time on both sides. Winning the face-off was Cal Raymore, one of the defectors from the Division I Delaware team. Had a cup of coffee there last year, battled for the puck in the neutral zone. Brendan Ward studies it at his own blue line near side, plays it across in front of the Millersville bench, 2-on-2 battle right in front of PA announcer Bill Williams. The official scorer Tracy Dooling-Markham. They handle the off-ice officiating duties here at Fred Rust. Meanwhile, gathering the puck, Ben Bergman deep in the Delaware zone. Will carry it out, crossing to the right side. Drop pass level with the blue line to Eddie Martorella. He's hassled through neutral ice by Chris King. Negotiating traffic, Martorella gains the zone. Cross ice pass low, mid-slot over the crossbar. He sends that one sailing Rebound put back in play by Raymore to the high slot. Nearly was chipped out by Chris King, and now King's able to muscle it through, but right over the center logo. Ryan Lowe takes it away. We're nearly 2 minutes in to the first contest of the season for both of these sides. No score to be had yet between the Hens and the Marauders. Puck cleared out by Cody Lisey from deep in his own zone, and this will come back and icing. Hybrid icing here in the ACHA rulebook. So that race won by Dylan Green, hustling back for the Hens. And Kyle Sapia takes the draw as the third line. Comes on for the Delaware side. Matt Tofty bats it down over the center logo after it was cleared, and this comes back offside. With just over 2 minutes elapsed. Face-off coming back above the Millersville blue line. Sapia taking it across from Nick Latronica. And the Hens are able to regroup and re-enter. Kyle Sapia up the left side, takes a shove from Jones in the far corner. Sapia evading traffic, gets hacked out by Sean Wolk, the product of Avon Grove. To Tofty it comes, right half wall. Dumped into the corner, there's Sapia, but there too is Latronica with a punishing hit. Taking the puck away from Sapia. Dylan Green couldn't keep it in at the right point. On his horse, Latronica put the pressure on him. Green was able to dump it in. Some fresh legs coming on. It is the fourth line getting their first cuts in now. Pat Swain, product of St. Mark's. Sapia on the doorstep, couldn't redirect the chance from Green at the near half wall. Swain with it, working the right side. Tried to center it to Sapia, looming right on the welcome map, but Sean Wolk was able to bat it away. Swain and Wolk saw plenty of each other in their Scholastic days. Wolk has it behind the Millersville goal. Forechecking pressure comes in the form of Kyle Sapia. We're just over 3 minutes into the contest and there is no score. Delaware controlling the attacking zone pretty steadily after that initial rush from Millersville. And there's the first one of the season. Kyle Sapia right on the doorstep. And Delaware draws first blood at the 3:18 mark of the contest. Kyle Sapia, right place, right time. A net front redirect gives Delaware a 1-0 lead. So on we go with Kyle Sapia getting the first one of the season for the Hens. And there you see it in the lower right-hand corner of your monitor. Delaware with a 1-0 lead. We'll get the particulars from Bill Williams here momentarily. Meanwhile, Millersville was able to gain control of the puck. Here's Bill.
The assist, number 10, by the University, his first point with the University of Delaware, number 20, Dylan Green. Time to go, 3 minutes, 18 seconds. That's 5 from 10 to 20 at 3:18.
So it was indeed Sapia. Getting credit with the goal. Bobby LeBrosse and Dylan Green getting the rebounds, getting the assists, and there's another one. We lost sight of it there as both Nick and I are wearing many hats here in the press box. But it didn't take long for another net front deflection to make it in. At the 4:43 mark, Baldacci was sent scrambling, taken out of position, and that's where the damage again was done. And with 2 quick goals under their belt here in the first 5 minutes of the game, the Blue Hens working to maintain attacking position. Adrian Rodriguez. Parkland, Florida keeping the left point airtight. Dreisbach regains possession for Millersville, plays it across ice to Trey Bruggeman right in front of the Marauders bench. He carries it out. Takes a hip check from Ryan Johnson, loses the puck at center red, back in come the Hens. Moran was double teamed at the right point, lost the zone. Martorella regroups in neutral ice. Cross ice pass to Cal Raymore, negotiates a check from Tyler Brown, keeps on going, lost the puck at Karam behind the goal, out to the near half wall where Dreisbach couldn't clear Martorella. Kept it in for the Hens. Loose puck in the mid slot, batted down by Bruggeman. He can't clear the zone. Martorella crosses over, gets a hit after the fact from Tyler Brown. We've got a man down, that's Ryan Lowe, who's slow to his feet. Icing waved off by linesman Johnny Casey Jr. as Rodriguez chases back to get play going again. Here's Bill.
The assist for number 27, Ryan Johnson, and number 17. Come on, boys.
Devin LeBlanc on the second assist. It was Johnson with the first, but it was Shane Moran giving Delaware their second goal of the game. And here we go. Bergman exchanging words with Kohada. At the Millersville blue line, a little bit of extracurricular activity there. And Kohada is going to come off for a high stick. So the Hens on the power play for the first time this season. This penalty came at the 6:27 mark of the frame. First line on for Delaware. LeBlanc, Moran, Marciniak holding down the blue line. Raymore and Bergman are going to be on too. So Falkowski with 4 forwards. As we await the high sticking penalty being posted on the board here at Fred Rust Arena. Assessed to Dennis Kohada at that little blow up at the Millersville blue line. Hens control. Moran to Marciniak, center point. Back to Moran, well above the left circle. To Marciniak, look slapper, got it to LeBlanc at the right dot. Shot, blockered away by Baldacci. Rebound controlled at the near corner by Bergman. 6:27 the time of the penalty. Millersville able to clear. LeBlanc gets it back deep in his own zone. Chased after by Nick Latronica. LeBlanc is able to use his speed to get past him. Cal Raymore just stays onside enough. To Bergman it comes right half wall. He walks to the top of the circle. Tried to connect with LeBlanc, but he was going the wrong direction. Raymore keeps it in. Hens control, brings it back out to the right point. Dishes it off to LeBlanc, waiting at the near half wall. Cross slot pass deflected away. Moran was able to get to it. His shot was errant. Winding up to clear. Trey Bruggeman fires the puck 200 feet from our right to our left. And the Hens will have to set up for the second time. 2 clears already on this Millersville penalty kill. Hens regroup. Brown lost his footing. Johnson tried to bring it in, but his shot from 25 feet was caught cleanly by Garrett Baldacci. Face-off coming to Baldacci's right as Larry Hooper will get his first draw. Athena tuning in from Greece. So a worldwide DHN audience here tonight as we kick off the 2019-20 season. Hooper dropping to a knee at the left dot, got the puck back from Rodriguez. His shot turned aside by Baldacci, and Millersville's clearing attempt was sent into the bench area and out of play with 11 3/4 minutes to go here in the first period. Delaware up 2-0 and 15 seconds left on the first Blue Hens power play of the season. Ryan Johnson wearing 27 this year after he wore number 16 last season and the season before that too. So it'll take some getting used to a few of these new numbers from the press box. Cross ice pass from Tofty, couldn't quite get to Knox in time. He was drawn into neutral ice, and the penalty has expired. It was a good kill from the Millersville side. A couple strong clears to burn time off the clock, and they played in close to home, all four of those defenders, to keep that net front presence from Delaware nullified. David Andrews dumps it in from just above the Hens blue line left side. Rodriguez steadies, gives it to Hooper. He carries it up the middle. Trying to poke it away, Cody Lisey was able to at least direct Hooper off his intended line, get the puck away from him, and Bruggeman works it back the other way for the Marauders. He gets to center red right in front of Bill and Tracy before winding up and dumping it into the near corner. It pinballs around in the Delaware zone. Bobby LaBrosse plays it across ice near side. Converging were Andrews and LaBrosse again to chase it down. LaBrosse carried it in to the attacking zone from the Hens standpoint, kept in by Tyler Swift at the left point. Taken away by McAteer, wearing Austin Beatty's old number 11. Winding up was Swift, another new number on the Hens side. He's wearing 21 this season after wearing number 11 for the last 2 years. Swain gets it to Jowett. Another new player for the Delaware side. Barely protecting the zone was Ryan Johnson. He backhands it up into the atmosphere before Brendan Ward was able to bat it down for the Marauders. We've passed the halfway point of the first period. Delaware with a 2-0 lead over the Millersville Marauders. David Andrews takes an open ice check at center red, trying to negotiate neutral ice. Taking the puck away is Devin LeBlanc. He lofts it in from just over the blue line under some heavy defensive duress. Johnson can't throw one on from a bad angle from the near corner. Moran gets the rebound off the paddle of Garrett Baldacci. Working the right point is Dylan Knox, but he throws it into rush hour traffic on 283 right in front of the Millersville goal. Back it comes to LeBlanc near half wall, taken away from him by Kohada, and the defenseman absorbs a shoulder check from Dylan Knox. He keeps on ticking. Net front chance from Kays. He can't get it in. Odgers stands tall, and it's absolute mayhem in front of the Delaware goal as bodies come in from all angles, namely the Blue Hens, in solidarity with their netminder to keep the kitchen safe. Kohada lumbers back. He's favoring that left knee a little bit. It looks like we're none the worse for wear after that skirmish. As Wolt comes on to replace Kohada, and the faceoff will be to the right of Delaware netminder Stephen Odgers. 11 minutes gone, Delaware 2, Millersville 0. There's a 2-on-2 rush from the Hens. Bergman through traffic, backhander just wide of the left post after crossing from the slot 12 feet away. Rodriguez on his horse gets the puck back, but he's mid-zone his own end before connecting with Martorella cross ice. Another cross ice pass finds Bergman, and in workmanlike fashion he works into the Millersville zone, had heavy defensive pressure through neutral ice, and he was forced to direct to the right wing side. Icing against Millersville with 8:24 to go here in the first period. The Hens right back where they've spent most of the game so far, save for really key opportunities from the Millersville side, and that is in the Marauder zone. Ryan Lowe throws it into the paint from From behind the cage, Baldacci holding his ground, covering up the puck with bodies all around him. And that gives us another stoppage just a few seconds later, 8:15 to go here in the first period. We're streaming live at Delaware Hockey Night TV and Delaware Hockey Night Radio, DEHockeyNight.com for all things hockey in the First State. And we'll be not only with the Division II Blue Hens this season, but also with the Division I, Division III, and ladies teams through the course of the year. Another glove save there from Garrett Baldacci. At that point, it was A-Rod taking aim from the left point. But the New Jerseyan getting the last word. Rodriguez again from the left point off the draw. His shot was deflected into the Millersville bench area. And that gives us a stoppage with just under 8 minutes to go here in the first period, and another attacking zone faceoff for the men in white. Rodriguez to Martorella, walking the blue line. Martorella walks up to the top of the right circle. He lets one go from there. Stick saved by Baldacci into the near corner. Puck contested. It caroms to the far corner where Ben Bergman arrives to play it to Ryan Lowe. Absorbing a check, Lowe gets it back to Bergman, but he overshoots his man on the pass. And Brendan Ward is unable to advance it out as Rodriguez keeps the zone airtight at the left point. Puck lofted, batted down by Rodriguez to Martorella. Through the slot, ahead to number 16, Cal Raymore. And he's denied on the welcome mat by Garrett Baldacci. 7 minutes and 22 seconds to go here in the opening period of action for 2019-20 at the Fred Rust Arena. A 2-0 game, and Kyle Sapia in for the attacking zone draw. He wins it, plays it across to Dylan Green at the left point, who takes a punishing hit from Tyler Brown. And the Marauders, playing the body, were able to at least work into neutral ice. But possession remains that of the Blue Hens. Mike Nauman, wearing his old 32, wore 27 as a freshman last year, but in his time with Salesianum, wore number 32, so that'll be an easy one for us to get adjusted to here, as Kyle Sappi is double teamed in the near corner. Puck taken away from him by Jack Dreisbach. It escapes him along the near boards through neutral ice, and Nauman directs it back the other way. Rolling puck to the near side, right at the Millersville blue line. Corralled by Matt Tofty. He retreats to his own stripe, works it up the right wing boards to Sapia, who ducks to evade Kohada. Cross slot pass, batted away from Hooper. Hooper gets it back to Nauman, keeping it in at the top of the right circle after a Marauder defender got a stick on it. To Green left point after a failed clearing attempt, poked away by Baldacci. This one rings off the boards from the stick of Patrick Swain. Dreisbach unable to get past Dylan Green at the right point, who dumps it back in behind the Millersville cage. Kohada and Sapia, the fives, battle for the biscuit. 6 minutes to go here in the first period of play. Delaware 2, Millersville 0. Ward can't get enough mustard on the biscuit to swat it out of the zone. Hooper able to get a stick on it. Back to Green, back across to Knox. Tried to snipe one from 50 feet away. And Baldacci comes up with the glove save, and he hangs on with 5:45 remaining here in period number 1 at Fred Rust Arena. Delaware Hockey Night TV and Radio, brought to you in part by the DHN Media Group. For all your small business media needs, writing and editing, web design, social media management, you name it, the DHN Media Group is your solution. Visit dhnmediagroup.com to learn more about what we can do for you. Battle for the puck in the far corner of the Millersville zone. Bobby Labrosse at the center of it. It's knocked away and walked out now by Pat McAteer. Lowering the shoulder is Jowett to put the pressure on him at the Millersville blue line. It's fired the length of the ice from there. Knox able to get to it. Played behind the cage to Andrew Marciniak, strong two-way defenseman from just outside of Chicago, Illinois. Patrick Swain. The Spartan works it ahead to Jowett, centering pass to shy of the blue line. Jowett gains the zone. but under defensive pressure was forced to dump it in. Martorella crossing over to the left point off his backhand, barely protects the stripe for the attacking Blue Hens, but lost the puck to Trey Bruggeman. Hacked out in the near corner by Ryan Johnson, got it away. Martorella crashing the net. Couldn't finish what Devin LeBlanc set up. Puck ricochets sky high. Battled for behind by Latronica. Lizzie can't clear. Marciniak keeps it in at the right point. Gets a shove from McAteer after unleashing. Ryan Johnson hassled behind the Millersville goal. Dishes it off to Moran. Back to Johnson. It came LeBlanc net front. That one up on the webbing. Is now trapped. LeBlanc tries to kick it out. He does so. Gets it to Shane Moran, who feeds it to Marciniak, right point. Diving to block the shot was Pat McAteer. That was a great block from number 11 in black to keep this one a 2-0 game. Down to the last 4 minutes of the first period. Puck tied up in the near corner of the Millersville zone. Now it's extracted by Shane Moran. He gets a cross-check in the arm from Brendan Ward. The men in the orange armband say no advantage taken away, no advantage gained, so we'll leave it be. They've been consistently lenient so far tonight. No complaints from here. Being a USA Hockey official myself, advantage played is a big determining factor as LeBlanc and Corelli get tied up. And so too then do Bergman and Nasoy. LeBlanc keeps it in at the near half wall. Ducks to avoid a check after letting an errant shot go. Martorella protects the zone, walks up, slapper from well above the left circle. Caught and held on to by Garrett Baldacci, and with just over 3 minutes to go, we've got ourselves still a 2-0 game. Advantage, Delaware. Attacking zone draw controlled by the Hens. Rodriguez from the left point. Can't connect from long range. It's brought out by David Andrews. Pressed out to center red where Brownstick is lifted, and he's taken down by Bergman. And we've got our first Delaware penalty of the season. This against, I believe it was Bergman at the 17-12 mark, and we'll get the official reason from public address announcer Bill Williams. So into Delaware territory, this face-off comes. Andrews overpowered by Raymore. On the dot, race on for the puck. Ryan Lowe with those long, lanky legs, putting the pressure on Bruggeman. Takes the puck away. He's hauled down. In doing so, gets it to Swift. Center point, thrown in deep again. It was ruled interference on Benny Bergman. And here comes David Andrews. Lots of open ice through the neutral zone. He gets over the Blue Hen logo at center before flipping it into the far corner of the Delaware end. Rodriguez couldn't clear. Ward protected the right point. His shot was errant. Rebound controlled at the near half wall by Dreisbach. Worked ahead to Andrews. Andrews hassled by Swift. We're inside the last 2 minutes of the first period of a 2-0 game. Advantage Delaware. As we've seen in the last 4 meetings between these teams, pretty even in the initial stages, but then Delaware largely sprinted away with control of the contests through the second and third periods. Face off to the left of Stephen Odgers with 106 seconds to go in this first period. Brown in to take the draw across from Sapia and the Hens.
Move the puck. Gotta move the puck.
Had no trouble clearing. Tofty leaves it back to Nauman along the near boards. Nauman across to his D partner Green, who had his blue line. Sends a cross-ice pass, wobbling ahead to Matt Tofty. Now it's just a game of keep away for the Hens, as Mike Nauman winds up from the near dot, his own side, fires the puck deep in. In comes the rush. Nearly a shorty from Matt Tofty, but Baldacci is able to cover up the puck on the doorstep with a minute and change to go in the opening frame. 1:09 to be specific. A little bit of a lag in the scorebug graphic, the lower right-hand corner of your monitor. And on we go with an attacking zone face-off, going the way of the Marauders. Down to the last minute of the first period, Martorella lowers the shoulder to keep Livesey out of the play. Puck move through the Millersville zone, broken up by Johnson. He's on a breakaway. Ryan Johnson, deeks net front, extending the left leg was Garrett Baldacci. No senor, says the Millersville netminder. Down to the last 40 of the period. In comes Moran, sets up LeBlanc mid-slot, and putting it away on the doorstep was Johnson. How about that? Baldacci lunges to make the initial save on the LeBlanc shot. And Ryan Johnson gets it done from there. With 30 seconds to go in the first period, we've got a 3-0 game. Subsequent Delaware attack, chipped up out of play over the glass behind the Millersville goal. Face off to Baldacci's right. The 17s meet. Slaymaker and the new 17, while Devin LeBlanc retains 17.
The assist number 28, Shane Moran. Time of goal 19 minutes, 30 seconds. 27 goal, 28 assists at 9.
So LeBlanc uncredited on the third Delaware goal, and that will do it for the first period. The Delaware Blue Hens out to a 3-0 lead over the Millersville Marauders. We will be back after this intermission on Delaware Hockey Night TV and DHN Radio. Thanks for sticking with us. Back with more in about 13 minutes. welcome back in to Delaware Hockey Night Radio and DHN TV as well. 20 minutes in the books, and the Delaware Blue Hens lead the Millersville Marauders by a tally of 3-0. James Witherite joining you from the Fred Rust Arena. We're in the first 20 minutes of action. The Delaware Blue Hens peppered Garrett Baldacci with 16 shots on goal. The Marauders only able to muster 3. Goals from Kyle Sapia, Shane Moran, and Ryan Johnson. It was indeed Devin LeBlanc. Who had the lone assist on the third Delaware goal. .30 seconds to go in the first frame. Teams, of course, change ends here in the second period. Millersville traveling from left to right. Delaware traveling from right to left. Our new vantage point this season from in the press box here at Fred Rust Arena, across from the benches. And we are just about ready to go for the second period from the first state. LeBlanc and Chris King to take this opening draw. And we are underway with the second period. And Millersville on the offensive, trying to get some ground back after going down 3-0 in the first. Andrew Marciniak in the near corner of his own zone, plays it out. Moran clears the zone, can't feed it to LeBlanc. Taking it the other way is Lisey, just above the Delaware stripe. Dumps it back in. Odgers vacates the crease to play it behind the net. Race on for the puck. Kohada's going to get to it as LeBlanc and Tucson get tied up just inside the Millersville blue line. Back out it comes, swatted at by the backhand of Marciniak. He was able to clear the zone just enough, and the entry of Chris King was ruled illegal. .40 seconds have gone by here in period number 2. Second line on for the Hens. Cal Raymore taking the draw across from David Andrews. Raymore, a fellow Yinzer. Spent last season with D1, and here he comes up the right side, but into a 2-on-3. Raymore through traffic. Split defenders, tried to walk it in, but Baldacci got the last word. And Garrett Baldacci hangs on to force the stoppage and bring the ensuing face-off to the left. Worked off the glass by Brown. Rodriguez falling to his knees. Bats the puck deeper in. Had some scoreboard issues here in the first period at Fred Rust Arena, a result of the penalty clock not functioning properly. Those woes not quite rectified, as Millersville's advance up the near boards was called back due to an offside infraction. Martorella able to clear the zone, but countering Jack Dreisbach rifles it in from in front of the scorer's table to the near corner. Puck ping-pongs around on the Delaware end, where Ryan Lowe's able to get to it, absorbing a check from David Andrews. Lowe's unable to work it out of the zone, but he gets it right back in traffic. Swatted at by Cal Raymore, kept in at the left point by Millersville's Brendan Ward. Traffic in front of Odgers, who covers up the puck again. Here 100 seconds in to the second period. And action comes to a halt. Face off to Odgers' right. Nick Latronica and Kyle Sapia converge in the circle. Sapia chips it out after regaining control of the puck ahead to Softy, centering pass, Dylan Green on the doorstep. His stick lifted from behind. He couldn't get a quality shot off, and Wolf handles the rebound behind the cage. Gets the better of Green, who tried to lower his hip and take him away from the biscuit. And back the Hens end up in their own zone with Tyler Swift now wearing 21, unable to clear. Kays keeps it in, crashing in from the left point. Sapia takes it away from him amid a hasty approach. Puck rolls deep into the Millersville end. Johnny Casey says no icing, that's playable, boys. And Sapia is able to chase down the puck at the near half wall. Wolf lays a shoulder on him. Tofty, too much loft on it right on the doorstep. He rings the puck off the glass from point blank range, and Bruggeman clears it out. Swift bats it down at his own blue line. Ahead to Tofty through traffic. He collides with Wolf, loses the puck. Larry Hooper shovels it back to Swift. Looks slapper from long range. That's deflected off the stick of Dylan Nasoy to the far corner of the Millersville zone. And now controlled by Curtis Jones. A lunging Pat Swain tries to take it away from him. They're tied up 2 aside, now 3 aside. At the far corner, puck extracted, kept in by Delaware. Knocks across to Marciniak. Long range slapper from the left point, turned aside. Rebound contested at the near corner. Hooper absorbs the check, leaves it to Patrick Swain. Swain from the half wall tries to get it past Baldacci. Hooper can't jam it in on the doorstep. And Baldacci forces the stoppage with 16:42 to go in the second period. And the Delaware Blue Hens unable to pad their 3-0 lead. A reminder, 15 Division II games, including this season opener, will air on Delaware Hockey Night Radio and TV through the course of the year. Head to dehockeynight.com to view the full broadcast schedule. Marauders are able to work out of their zone. Lizzie winds up just above the blue line, dumps it in, long range chance, caught and held onto by Steven Odgers. With just under 16 and a half to go. And what's been a pretty stop and go second period so far. Millersville tried to prolong their attack after winning an attacking zone faceoff, but Bobby Labrosse was able to clear, one of the many new players on the Division II side this year for Delaware. Kohada at the midst of a pile. The near corner of his own zone. Couldn't clear the puck out. Marciniak kept it in. It bobbles across the crease. Off the crossbar too is Baldacci. Lunged to get some contact on it. Was nearly 4-0 there, but a couple lucky bounces for the Millersville netminder. And here come the Marauders in a 2-on-1. Shot from Chris King, center point. His stick was lifted amid that chance. And the puck sailed wide of Steven Odgers. It rolls back to the Millersville blue line, where it's backhanded out by Travis Toussaint across neutral ice to Knox. And the Marauders are offside. .34 to go. Here in period number 2. Hens gained control of the puck after that neutral zone draw, but it was taken away from Martorella by Andrews. Play brought out of the Delaware zone, spearheaded by Ryan Johnson. Back to Martorella, it goes deep in Hens territory. Johnson feeds it across ice to Moran to try to gain some space and their own blue line. They did the second time as Rodriguez winds up to find Johnson. It bounced off his stick at center near side into the control of Bruggeman. Tyler Brown retreats deeper into Millersville territory, plays it off the near boards. No icing back the other way off that long chance as Rodriguez was able to play it with considerable effort before the goal line, winding up Ryan Johnson mid-check. Works the puck across the neutral zone, centering pass from Moran at the right dot to Rodriguez, crashing in, but he flubbed up the one-timer, and a dump and chase is the only option left. Hens trying to regroup in the neutral zone. Martorella knocked off his feet while Johnson came back onside. That entry was not clean. but Delaware is back in attacking position just the same. 14-15 to go here. Give or take in the second period. 14-13 as Bill Williams lets us know. We are in the second period, mind you, of this contest. First game jitters for all of us, I suppose. Play resumes with an attacking zone face-off near side. It was won by Raymore. Bergman backhands it across the blue line to Mike Nauman. Puck is loose in the crease, and Baldacci was able to cover it up as coming in, crashing from all sides were Ryan Lowe and Cal Raymore. That was mighty close, wasn't it? But Baldacci able to have the last word. Forces the stoppage, but Delaware gets the attacking zone draw and they win it. Raymore tried to split wickets, couldn't. He's able to leave it instead to Bergman. Another glove save from Garrett Baldacci, who's finally dialed in after some early trouble here tonight. Seems like there is an uplink issue between the scoreboard panel and the scoreboard display. On the doorstep, Cal Raymore couldn't get past Baldacci. 13 and change. 3-0 to score, Delaware with the lead. Delaware with territorial control and lots of it after they outshot Millersville 16-3 in the first period. And do rest assured, we are working on stream quality for future games. As the season progresses, the focus will get away from nuts and bolts and move more to the bells and whistles. And our hope certainly is a more consistent viewing experience for you, and as always, a consistent listening experience on the DHN Radio simulcast. Kohada manhandled Bergman away from the puck at the near corner. Bergman wants an arm up. He's not going to get it. Bergman chips the puck to the far corner, gets to it himself, surrounded by Marauder defenders, leaves it to Ryan Lowe. Delayed penalty coming up. This will be against Millersville. And there is the whistle. And here is the second Delaware power play of the night. A trip ruled against Travis Tucson. Our clock is far from official here at DHN TV, but it's at least proven reliable. So 7:20, the time of the penalty, and the Hens are back in the attacking zone. Second Delaware power play starts now. Or so we thought. Benny Bergman ruled guilty of tripping on the Delaware side.
Delaware back in 14, and Bergman 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 7 minutes, 14 seconds. That's 14, Bergman 2 tripping. That's 7:14.
Bergman, the guilty party, he was the one who was manhandled before the play, at least from our perspective. But after taking matters into his own hands, so was the case. He was the one who got rung up instead. Millersville working the power play. Kohada up high. Odgers got a piece of that with the paddle from long range. LeBlanc hastily backhands the puck clear, and that'll kill some time off the Bergman penalty. 45 seconds to go on it. Now that we've got the power play clock working, up the middle came Andrews, stonewalled by Martorella mid-slot. Martorella chases down a loose puck, half wall, far side. He gets it out of the zone, but Kohada is able to steady it at the Millersville blue line and move the momentum back from left to right. Andrews back on his feet, carries it into the right point, plays the carom shot around behind the Delaware goal. Odgers is able to clear it himself. Not a well hit puck, but an accurate one at least. And an effective clear to take some time off the penalty. Up the middle comes McAteer. His stick lifted amid his chance from about 25 feet.
5 seconds left on the penalty. 5 seconds. There's 10:51 left in the period.
And Odgers, with the glove save, forces the stoppage. Due to the timer issues, public address announcer Bill Williams has been advising those in attendance of the official time left in the period at each stoppage. Lizzie and Nauman get tripped up in the far corner of the Delaware zone. Lizzie gets it to McAteer, up to Curtis Jones, working the right point, thrown in from long range. That was wide of the cage by a good 50 feet. We take liberty with our hyperbole every now and again, and that was the case there. Latronica chips it in from above the Delaware blue line. Hens forced back in their zone. Wolf keeps it in at the left point. Into McAteer. Failed shot comes back to the near corner. Kays couldn't maintain control. LeBlanc took it away. Here's a 3-on-2 for Delaware. LeBlanc up the left side. Angled away by Wolk to the near corner. LeBlanc stays on his feet. Gets some support from Ryan Johnson. Cross ice pass to an open Dylan Green atop the right circle. Coming in to challenge him is Jones. He took away the shot lane, and Millersville took away the zone. We've reached the halfway point of the second period. Delaware with a 3-0 lead over Millersville. Baldacci covers up the puck to deny Cal Raymore a near breakaway chance. He was all alone in mid-slot, but the Jersey native Garrett Baldacci puts a stop to things before they even began. Attacking zone draw was controlled by Delaware's Ben Bergman, taken away from him by Latronica, who raced through neutral ice. Hens able to clear. The dump and chase back on for the Marauders. Inside 9 minutes to go here in the second period of a 3-0 game. Cross ice pass through the neutral zone from Lowe to Bergman. Bergman enters the Millersville zone, hassled at the near half wall. Bruggeman dove at him, and Bruggeman, in trying to make that check, is down and injured. He left his feet to try to hit Bergman, and it looked like he did something to that right knee as a result. 8 and change here in the second period. Trey Bruggeman back on his feet. Hens would like some manpower relief, and they're certainly not going to be happy with the face-off location outside the blue line when their attack was continuing. However, given the location of the puck and the play at the time of the stoppage, despite Delaware having possession and control of the puck on a Millersville injury, the spot was indeed correct. Puck out of play off a Millersville stick. Yield to Delaware, attacking zone draw. Knox keeps the puck in after Raymore was overpowered in the circle. Travis Toussaint unable to clear from the near corner. Marciniak keeps it in at the left point. Kohata takes it away behind the Delaware cage. Racing after the puck, but unable to gain it, was Raymore. Dumped back in behind. Toussaint winds up, caroms it to the near half wall. Just shy of it by about 10 feet. And Brian McGillen getting his first call on DHN TV. Was unable to clear the zone. Lowe hacked at from both sides, right in front of his own bench. Maintains control of the biscuit. Threw it right in the feet of Cal Raymore mid-slot. He couldn't connect. It was nearly cleared out. Knox leaves it to Marciniak. Looks slapper left point, cross ice pass to Benny Bergman. Bergman surrounded in the right corner to Lowe. Net front feed to Raymore, who got tied up. Marciniak through traffic. No, it's poked away to the near corner by Garrett Baldacci, who's getting into a rhythm with 7.5 minutes to go here in period number 2. But his Millersville Marauders still down 3-0 to the Delaware Blue Hens. Marciniak, cross ice feed, Knox, no senor, says Garrett Baldacci, who squeezes the knees to force the stoppage. With 7 and change to go here in the second period. Johnny Casey getting low for the face-off. To the left of Garrett Baldacci, winding up Swift. No, that was Martorella from the right point with the one-timer. And we've got a puck out of play. 7-12 by our tally here. It's unofficial, but we'll go with it. In the second period, Sapia comes in for the draw across from David Andrews. Worked across the blue line by Martorella, intended for Rodriguez. That pass broken up by Tyler Brown of Millersville. Play ends up in the neutral zone as a result. Brown dumps it in, chased in by Dreisbach. Odgers, standing tall, denies the Kennett Square player, Jack Dreisbach, from 20 feet away. Just under 7 to go here in the second period. Brown taking the attacking zone draw for Millersville, leaves it back to Andrews. Dreisbach working the right corner. Feeds it back to Curtis Jones at the point. Back to Brown. Karam shot played to the far half wall. Sean Wolk chases up to dump the puck in deeper. Rodriguez takes it away to Martorella. Martorella could have headmanned it to Larry Hooper, but he carries it in himself, using Larry Hooper as a screen. Hooper, near corner, centers to Sapia, couldn't bat it down. Tofty hauled into the boards by Andrews, trying to play the puck. Hooper keeps it in, back to Matt Tofty. To Martorella, left point. Back to Tofty, bottom of the left circle. Tofty hassled by Andrews. Looks for a shot lane, can't quite get one. It skitters through the paint, across to the far boards, and Jack Dreisbach fails in his clearing attempt, foiled by the Floridian Adrian Rodriguez. Right in front of the Delaware bench with 6 minutes to go in the second period of a 3-0 game advantage Hens. Martorella from long range at the left point, denied by a Baldacci stick save. Hooper gets the rebound, feeds it to the slot, but he gives it right up to David Andrews. Here's a one-on-one. Andrews left side, now a one-on-two. Shot from the left dot is covered up by Stephen Odgers with 5.5 minutes to go. Here in the second period, 5:41 on the clock here at Fred Rust Arena. So with the stoppage, we'll recalibrate. And the face-off comes to the right of the pretzel man, Stephen Odgers. Known for bringing pretzels up to the broadcast box. Pat Swain at the left dot. After rushing through neutral ice, couldn't get a quality shot off. He was marked pretty heavily by the Marauders from all sides. Play halted with 5 and change to go, 5:21. Puck out of play. Delaware with an attacking zone draw. Will Jowett won it. but Dylan Green could not protect the right point, so the Hens forced to regroup with just over 5 minutes to go in the second period. Jowett hauled down on his way back in to the attacking zone. Pat Swain offering support, centering pass to LaBrosse. He's denied right on the welcome mat by Baldacci. LaBrosse got his own rebound. To Jowett it comes. Throws it through the slot. Swain can't redirect it on the doorstep. Lizzie lowers the shoulder to challenge Tyler Swift for the puck at the far corner. LaBrosse with it again. LaBrosse trying to find some space. Now he does left side. Stepping up, Brendan Ward plays the body to separate LaBrosse from the puck. One of many new players on this Division II team. Green wrestles it away. Tried to feed it across ice to Devin LeBlanc. Couldn't connect with him. Lizzie is able to work the puck out into neutral territory. In comes Green again, 3-on-2. This attack catching Millersville sleeping in the midst of a line change. LeBlanc steps up. Sweeping for the puck was Bruggeman, who's back on. A one-on-one the other way. Millersville, namely Michael Corelli. Got one up over the leg of Odgers, and that one was deflected in. So Millersville gets their first goal of the game with 4 minutes and a couple ticks. Left in the second period. We'll get you the official information here momentarily on Millersville's first goal of the night. Scoreboard woes continue at Fred Rust Arena. It is 3-1 Delaware over Millersville. Nick Zafiri doing a great job for us here this season. And we're only a game in. How about that? You're going to hear him on some of the Division III games and a couple of the women's games too this season, as we'll get him out in front of the spotlight every now and then. But tonight he's holding down the fort behind the camera and doing a great job for us. Nick, we're happy to have you on board. We'll get the info from Bill here shortly on the Millersville goal. We know that Michael Corelli played a big part of it. To Bill.
The assist number 58, Brandon Ward. Time goal 16 minutes in. That's 24 from 58. That's 16 minutes.
Brendan Ward with the assist. On the Corelli goal. Which from the right dot minus about 10 feet. Went over Odgers' leg and in. You've heard of the seeing eye single in baseball. A similar dribbler here puts Millersville on the board. Down to the last 3 minutes of the second period. Ryan Johnson, cross ice pass, couldn't connect with Moran. Rodriguez gets it to Shane Moran though. To Marciniak at the top of the left circle. A rifle from 35 feet right into the glove of Garrett Baldacci. And with 2:50 to go, we've got another stoppage and an attacking zone face-off for the Blue Hens. Nasoy to take the draw for Millersville. Across from Raymore for Delaware, flanked by Lowe and Bergman. Up the middle comes Jacob Sugar to work the puck as far as the Delaware blue line. Rodriguez takes it away across to his D partner, Eddie Martorella. Rodriguez can't connect up the near side with Bergman at center red. That pass broken up by Jacob Sugar. Icing waved off on that long clear from Martorella is Ryan Lowe. Was able to use his long legs to win the race in. And Benny Bergman finishes on the doorstep to make it 4-1 Delaware. So off the long clear. Bergman makes it a 4-1 game. Icing avoided by the hustle of Ryan Lowe. And he sets up Bergman net front. Back the other way for Millersville came Dreisbach. Shot from just inside the left dot was errant on its own accord. There was no duress afforded him. Lowe again sets up a 2-on-2. Leaves it to Bergman at the right dot. Off his backhand, he can't control it. Pitchfork away, Brendan Ward takes it away.
The assist number 16, carrying number 8, Ryan Lowe. Time to go, 17 minutes, 42 seconds.
So it was Lowe with one assist, the other to Cal Raymore, as Ben Bergman adds to his 4 penalty minutes with his first goal of the season. And we've got ourselves a stoppage. A tripping penalty hauled down with 80 seconds to go here in period number 2. And it is going to go against Brendan Ward. At the 18:39 mark officially here in the second frame. And Delaware will have their second power play of the evening. Sapia on for the draw. Moran leaves it to Marciniak. The other two on are Johnson and LeBlanc. Vince Falkowski working with the combinations, experimenting with them a fair bit here on opening night, as we see a different power play unit this time around compared to the first. Backhander on the doorstep. Sapia can't get past Baldacci. We're down to the final minute of the second period. Garrett Baldacci's just been absolutely peppered the whole way these first 39 minutes of the contest. Marciniak working the left point, keeps it in. Off the skates of Moran, stepping up Latronica, unable to get to the puck in time to clear. Marciniak, slapper from up high, off the glass. Behind Baldacci, out to LeBlanc, working the right point. Cross ice pass, Moran, centered. And there it is, Ryan Johnson with his second of the game, a power play goal. A net front tic-tac-toe finish from the junior. Makes it 5-1 Delaware. A power play goal. Good puck movement from the Hens, and Johnson's there to finish. And with half a minute to go in the second period, the Delaware Blue Hens have amassed a 5-1 advantage. Wolf deep in his zone, can't clear. It's taken away from him by Jowett. Left to Swain, cross ice pass to Nauman, dumped in deep.
Number 27, Ryan Johnson. The assist number 28, Shane Grant. And number 17, Devin LeBlanc. Time to go, 19 minutes and 26 seconds. That's 27 to go. 28-17, one assist at 19-26.
So that goal at 19:26 from Ryan Johnson, the assist, as Bill Williams informed us, credited to Shane Moran and Devin LeBlanc. Power play goal to wrap up the second period gives Delaware a 5-1 advantage as the teams head to the dressing rooms. We'll take another timeout here on Delaware Hockey Night TV and DHN Radio. Back with more at the beginning of the third period. welcome back into Delaware Hockey Night Radio. Had some technical difficulties on the video side. For those, we do apologize. So we're going to go old school for the third period and bring it to you radio only. James Witherite joining you from Fred Rust Arena. Special thanks to Nick Safiri, who's part of the DHN crew this season, handling a number of behind-the-scenes occupations, and also we'll hear from him a little bit later in the season. So back to basics for us. It's a 5-1 game, 40 minutes in, and Delaware on the attack to start period number 3. Johnson across to Marciniak, working the left point, fed to Moran. Lowering the shoulder, Kohana keeps Moran in the corner, takes his shot angle away. Johnson offers puck support, plays it behind the cage to Devin LeBlanc. Chipped out of his reach by David Andrews, and Jack Dreisbach will head up the Millersville attack, only to be stymied by Johnson, his old teammate from Kennett High School, back in the infancy of Delaware Hockey Night. Takes it away. LeBlanc chases the puck down to the right corner, can't connect with Johnson, lost his stick, it's taken away by Andrews. 3-on-1 rush for the Marauders. Andrews keeps it for himself at the right dot. Coming in was McAteer, posting up net front. Andrews' shot turned aside by Stephen Odgers. Shoveled in by Ward at the left point. Rolling puck to the near corner. Andrews' stick lifted as he crossed through the slot by LeBlanc. Back to the right point it comes, poked away by Bruggeman. Here's Moran up the middle, and LeBlanc jumped the gun ever so slightly along the left wing boards. And his hasty attack from the left side results in an offside infraction against Delaware. 80 seconds in to this third period. The faceoff comes outside the Millersville blue line. Marauders win the draw. It's chipped out by Brendan Ward. Martorella gets past center along the near wall before lofting it back in to Marauder territory. Battle for the puck develops in the far corner. Ben Bergman tied up by a pair of Millersville defenders. Puck is knocked loose by Lizey. Rodriguez protects at the left point. He lets one rip from 60 feet away, and Garrett Baldacci comes up with the glove save. A minute and 41 seconds in to period number 3. And the Hens working with an attacking zone face-off in the comfort of a 4-goal advantage. Bruggeman caroms the puck from behind his own goal, out to the near side, up ahead to Christopher King. He lost his footing gaining the zone. Got a little bit too anxious there, was able to keep the puck, lay a shot on from about 40 feet away. But it was an errant chance. Turned aside easily. Martorella sets up the attack the other way from the right point. Lofted one in from long range. Baldacci got enough of it. Rodriguez's follow-up chance at the left point was wrestled away. And we've got ourselves a stoppage in play. Looks like a Millersville penalty coming up here with 17:43 to go in the contest. And indeed that is the case. Christopher King off for a high stick at 2:17 here in the third period. Delaware 1 for 2 on the power play so far tonight. In for the draw is Ben Bergman across from Cody Lizey. Lizey gives Bergman a shove, and up through the middle came Trey Bruggeman nearly. Zone is cleared, and Electronica gets the puck the rest of the way. High sticking again the call on Chris King as Bergman re-enters the Millersville zone, crossing to the outside of the right circle. Left up high to LeBlanc. Marciniak, Moran, and Raymore the others. Puck covered up by Baldacci as traffic got a little bit dicey in front of the blue paint surrounding the Millersville cage. Scoreboard woes continue here at Fred Rust. Faulty connection or the like. probably the culprit. Marciniak forced back on the Delaware side of red to get play going again. Cross ice pass hits LeBlanc, but he runs right into traffic in his attempt to gain the zone. He takes a punishing hit in the right corner, but Shane Moran keeps the biscuit in. Walks it to the left dot, centering pass intended for Raymore. Poked away from him by Lizzie. Bergman drops to a knee to take a shot from 20 feet away at a 45 left side, but that's waffle-boarded away by Baldacci. Bergman tries to center the rebound chance in the path of Raymore, but Latronica breaks up that assist opportunity, and the Hens are back in their own end. Here's Moran back into the left side, drop pass to Raymore, waiting at the point, back to Moran it goes. Moran walks the goal line, sets up Raymore just inside the left dot, and Baldacci again will cover it up. 4 minutes have gone by here in the third period as we take it old school here at Fred Rust Arena. DHN radio style for the remainder of today's game, as we had some technical issues that we couldn't quite rectify with the equipment that we've got here. Some of it's probably in boxes in front of my house as my wife, daughter, and I prepare to move, and it's just been an absolute nightmare of an experience thus far, quite frankly. But I digress. We've got hockey to attend to now, don't we? Knox retrieves the puck behind the Delaware goal after it was cleared by this Millersville penalty kill. Sapia, stretch pass across the neutral zone to Lowe, who's now at the top of the right circle, hassled by Tyler Brown. He dumps it in behind the cage. Sapia can't control it. He bats it, but Ward takes it away from him. Sapia perseveres, can't stay with it. Kays knocks it loose, but Rodriguez protects the left point. Throws it in close. Sapia denied on the doorstep. He rang it off the post, off that beautiful centering pass from Adrian Rodriguez, the Floridian. Knox recovers the puck after it was tipped by Ward from the Millersville blue line, nearly half the length of the ice from there. Stretch pass to LeBlanc. He got the jump on a pair of Millersville defenders, but his shot from the left dot sailed up over the glove of netminder Garrett Baldacci and over the glass and out of play as well. 5 minutes have elapsed. The penalty on King has expired, and Delaware will have an attacking zone face-off with a 5-1 lead still in their possession. Draw to the right of Garrett Baldacci. In to take it for the Hens was LeBlanc, strong face-off man. He was the best in the circle for the Delaware side last season, and he's picked up right where he left off. Back to his old Sally's teammate, Tyler Swift at the left point, but the momentum is stunted, and here comes Brown the other direction. Brown up the left wing boards. Lost control of it, Matt Tofty sweeps at the puck, works it to Hooper, advanced further to Devin LeBlanc. Green crashes the net, hassled there by Jones. Meanwhile, puck taken away from LeBlanc, a little pushing and shoving off the action. Tofty protects the left point. Dreisbach knocks into his keister, and up the right comes David Andrews for Millersville, but into a 1-on-3. Millersville's David Andrews careens into the boards behind the Delaware cage, loses the puck. Here's Tofty the other way, setting up a 2-on-2. Drop pass to LeBlanc at the top of the right circle, poked away by Kohada. Puck knocked up in the atmosphere, and it rolls to the left point where Eddie Martorella keeps it in the attacking zone for the Hens. We're inside the 6-minute mark of the third period of a 5-1 contest. Delayed penalty coming up, and it will be against Delaware. So Baldacci lumbers to the bench. Puck is batted down by Martorella at center. And a slash is called on Devin LeBlanc with 6:22 elapsed in the third. So the Hens back to the penalty kill for the third time tonight. They've killed off the first two of the season. King in to take the draw. flanked by Lizzie and McAteer. Holding down the back end of the power play are Kohana and Tucson. Moran is able to chip the puck away as it was moved around the right side of the zone. A 2-on-1 for Delaware. Moran through traffic, got to mid-slot, let a wrister go, but it's turned aside by the paddle of Garrett Baldacci. He steadies one a second time after Adrian Rodriguez let one rip from the left point. Here's Lizzie ahead to McAteer. McAteer fans on it just above the left dot after gaining the zone. It is cleared out by Shane Moran. And 150 feet away, Trey Bruggeman steadies the biscuit behind the Millersville goal. Here come the Marauders again, but into a 2-on-3. And David Andrews takes a punishing hit just upon gaining the zone. And we've got ourselves another stoppage just past the 7-minute mark of the third period of this 5-1 contest. Andrews back up on his feet. None the worse for wear, it seems. Top combination on for Millersville. Brown won the draw, but the puck was mistimed at the top of the circle by Dreisbach. He gets it back after the Hens were able to press out of their end. Martorella leaves it to Moran now. On ahead toward Ryan Johnson, intercepted by his old line mate at Kennett, Jack Dreisbach. And steadied behind the Millersville goal now by Brendan Ward. Ward races up the right side to get past a defender, but there are two more waiting for him in the Delaware zone, so the dump and chase is on. Rodriguez wins the race to the puck behind the Delaware goal. He chips it to Johnson, waiting in the left corner, punishing hit on him. Johnson and Brown exchanging a few love taps there after Johnson was hauled violently into the boards. And we'll hear from Bill Williams. The ruling on Tyler Brown as you hear the penalty box door close behind him at the 7:49 mark. We're 4-on-4 for the next 34 seconds of hockey. And then it'll be a back-end power play for the Hens. They've been 1 for 2, or I should say 1 for 3 so far tonight with the man advantage. We'll go to Bill momentarily. We'll stay with the action until he chimes in. Lizzie, near half wall in his own zone. Absorbs a check, plays the puck around to the far side, raced down by Bergman. Raymore at the center of a battle, manhandled by Curtis Jones. Play on, they say. .749 the penalty time on the Tyler Brown hooking minor. And now the Hens are on the power play for the next 76. Knox ahead to Raymore up the right side. Puck batted down by Lowe at his own blue line. He feeds to Raymore, shoveled in off the near boards. Ricocheted ahead to Benny Bergman. Shot from long range, no goal. Follow-up chance, Marciniak at the top of the left circle. That one looked awfully close, the first one did. But it was deflected out before it crossed the line, waved off pretty aggressively. Marciniak into traffic from outside the left dot. Could not connect from a pretty awful angle. And the puck is cleared out by the changing Marauders. Raymore tries to leave it to Marciniak. McAteer puts forechecking pressure on and steals the puck. McAteer tries to run the gauntlet behind the Delaware goal. Reaching in, Tyler Swift takes the puck away, and it's brought through by Raymore up the left side. Headman to Lowe. Hens gain the zone. Crashing the net is Pat Swain. Lowe can't keep the momentum going. Puck taken away by Bruggeman deep in the Millersville end as we near the midpoint of the third period. Swift, right point to Lowe. Centering pass intended for Swain was broken up by Brandon Kays. Kays clears from just inside his blue line, and the penalty has expired. Here comes Swain again. Will Jowett skidded offside, and the whistle sounds with 9:57 to go in period number 3. The Division II Blue Hens hit the road next week, taking on Army and the College of New Jersey. We won't be on hand for live coverage. However, we'll have game recaps and more, as always, at dehockeynight.com. We turn our attention the following week to the Division I Blue Hens. Their preseason game against the Philadelphia Junior Flyers. Joe Sindoni will be joining me on the call for that matchup on Friday, September 20th. Then their regular season commences shortly thereafter. That'll be part of a doubleheader on Friday as the Division III Blue Hens get their season going. And that game will air on DHN Radio. We'll hear from Nick Zafiri a little bit later in the season, as on some of those Division I, Division III doubleheaders, Nick will have the call of the first period of more than a handful of the Division III contests this season, and we're happy to turn the mic over to the alumnus of Widener University, where he did quite a bit in their sports media department over his 4 years there. Hens back on the power play. Sean Wolk ruled off. He will feel shame for 2 minutes. Marciniak cycles the puck. Moran working the top of the left circle. Back to Marciniak. Across LeBlanc, top of the right circle. He waits, shoots. Puck deflected up into the netting. Sean Wolk guilty of slashing with 9 minutes to go here in the third period. Bill Williams advising as to the expiration time of the penalty should the clock woes continue, and indeed they do. It's been a rough week, guys. Thanks for bearing with us. Long shot from Marciniak, sent up into the netting with 8:48 to go here in period number 3. And here's the important one: Delaware 5, Millersville 1. Attacking zone draw, kicked ahead by Bergman in the path of LeBlanc, who couldn't keep the momentum going. Moran at the left dot saw his shot at opportunity denied by Latronica, who in turn gains his footing again and clears. Marciniak hustles back behind his own goal. Leaves the puck for the accelerating Devin LeBlanc, and he streaks up the left side, crossing through the middle. Gains the Millersville blue line, but loses the puck to Cody Lisey. Battle for it directly in front of the Marauders' cage. The puck is knocked up out of play with 8:18 to go here in regulation. Yes, that's an organ you hear at Fred Rust Arena. It is hockey after all. Here's Rodriguez up the right side. Drop pass to Sapia after gaining the zone. Cycled on to Dylan Knox, stepping up to the top of the left circle. His shot from 40 feet away was blocked. Back to Rodriguez it comes. We're inside the final 8 minutes of the season opener at Fred Rust Arena. Sapia to Rodriguez, working the right side. One-timer, Knox. Flubbed on, Baldacci lunges to try to make the save. Sapia couldn't punch it past on the doorstep. Play is whistled dead. And Ruggeman comes off for, we don't know. The plus side to our vantage point in the press box here at Fred Rust Arena, we can see line changes as they develop, and we're pretty isolated. The downside, we don't always see the official signals as clearly as we would like. And indeed, there are instances where there are no signals given. We've all had that before. Cross slot pass from Raymore to Lowe, waiting inside the left dot, resulted in a wide shot. Lowe gets his own rebound at the left corner. Off the skate of Raymore, he buries it! Yes, Cal Raymore with the power play goal. A wrister from 20 feet away off that gorgeous Ryan Lowe centering pass. Makes it a 6-1 game. So the second Delaware power play goal of the night gives the Hens a 5-1 lead over their traditional opening night adversary. And here they come again, still with a minute and change on a 5-on-4. Jowett leaves it back for Martorella. Centering pass, Jowett gets his first goal as a Blue Hen. There's the extra point. It's 7-1. So 2 rapid fire power play goals. How you like them apples? Will Jowett with his first in a Blue Hen sweater. Makes it 7-1, and the Blue Hens keep rolling, rolling, rolling. We'll get assists from Bill momentarily. Hens win the ensuing draw. Martorella to Swift. He gets to Red. Launches it in from there right in front of the scorer's table. Swatted away by Baldacci. Taken from behind the Millersville cage by Brendan Ward. Played up the left wing boards, and this will be an icing.
6 goal game with number 16, Cal.
We'll go to Bill.
Raymore. It was a power play goal. He assists Ryan Lowe, number 5, Cal Sabia. Time that power play goal, 12 minutes, 43 seconds. 16 power play from 8-5 at 12:43.
We'll get the particulars on Will Jowett's first goal as a Blue Hen, probably at the next stoppage or at the next point when the flow of play slows down. Whenever that happens, we'll let Bill chime in and he'll take over from there. 6:22 to go here in regulation. Delaware 7, Millersville 1. Odgers out of the cage, tries to swat the puck away. Forechecking pressure comes from Brown, who carried it in from the top of the left circle. His shot from 10 feet away, swatted at, out of harm's way by Odgers.
Delaware's 7th goal. Scored by number 11. His first goal as a Blue Hen, Will Jowett. The assist was number 24, Eddie Martorella. It was a power play goal at 12:58.
Eddie Martorella with the assist on the Jowett goal. And an icing against Delaware brings them back in their end. Millersville wins the ensuing draw. Ward keeps it in at the right point. Worked ahead to King. That pass broken up by Ryan Johnson. Zone now cleared by Swift. Stretch pass to Moran, waiting just above the right point. He enters now. He's hassled by Wolk and angled to the near corner. Left back to Martorella. Played on from the point to Johnson. Cross ice pass. Swift steps up top of the left circle. Shoots one into traffic. It comes out as far as the blue line. Kept in by Martorella. Swatted out at the near half, at the far half wall, I should say, by Swift. But that opportunity was wide right of the cage and cleared out by the Marauders. No icing. Swift takes a hit from Lizzie as soon as he gets rid of it. And here comes Devin LeBlanc up the middle. His stick lifted from behind by Chris King. And we've got ourselves a penalty. 5:13 to go. And LeBlanc is going to come off for the trip. A disgruntled Devin LeBlanc. Feeling that it was King who was far more culpable in the matter. But in any case, the Hens are back on the PK, and an aggressive one it is as Dylan Green heads a 3-on-2. Drop pass, Raymore, Bergman, backhander from the inside hash mark of the left circle, unable to do anything with it. Green buys for the puck under pressure from Kohana behind. He tried to work it to Bergman on the doorstep, but Curtis Jones disrupted his progress. We're inside the final 5 minutes of the game. Delaware with a 7-1 lead over Millersville. Again, we're off next week as the Blue Hens Division II team is on the road. Division I and 3 don't start up again until the week following. We'll be back on the airwaves on September 20th when the Division I side hosts the Philadelphia Junior Flyers of the Eastern Hockey League. In a preseason exhibition matchup, we'll be here for all of that action. Airtime 7 o'clock, full DHN broadcast schedule available at dehockeynight.com. Down to the last 4 minutes and change of the game, Mike Nauman backhands the puck out of harm's way, but it's kept in at the right point by David Andrews. He lost his own trying to carry it across near side, but Bergman able to swat it away. Disrupts his progress, and now it's rifled in from long range, steadied by Baldacci behind. The Millersville goal, stepping up, Matt Tofty couldn't bury one, neither could Sapia on the welcome mat as Baldacci covers up the puck and forces a stoppage with 3:41 to go in the contest. So as we've seen the last couple seasons, an aggressive penalty kill from Delaware, and they've pinned Millersville effectively in their own end with 30 seconds to go on the LeBlanc penalty. So with the big guns getting a mandatory breather, the Hens keep the intensity up. King could not clear the puck out along the left wing boards. Tofty kept it in at the point, but he gave it right back up to Tucson. Across to Wolk near side, walked up the near boards. Through the neutral zone he goes. Tofty gets a swat in at him, and they tumble down together. Marciniak gathers in a loose puck, tries to backhand it out of the Delaware zone. It's batted back the other way. Wolk protects the left point. Knox winds up, clears, absorbs a check from McAteer into the near wall. And we're down to the final 3 minutes of this Delaware Division II season opener. They're up 7-1 over the Millersville Marauders. Elvis has long since left the building. I think that was a foregone conclusion, probably mid-second period. And as we've seen in the past between these two sides, the Marauders hang tough for about the first period and a half, but from there the floodgates opened. 2 goals from Delaware in the last 3 minutes of the second period, turned it from 3-1 to 5-1. And those rapid-fire power play goals in the 13th minute of the third have put this one far, far, far out of reach. Pat Swain, the freshman, walks it in right side, centering pass to a surrounded Larry Hooper, nearly checked off his feet as he tried to get a shot off from 20 feet away. Follow-up chance from Rodriguez. Covered up by Baldacci, and he holds on to force a stoppage as we enter the penultimate minute of the season opener. Again, we thank each and every one of you for joining us here this evening, and we also thank you for your patience amid our technical hiccups. We'll get those taken care of in time for the next time we meet. I guess there have been jitters everywhere. In the press box, on site, the scoreboard. It's tough coming off a 6-month layoff, but we'll get it right. Through traffic, Bobby LaBrosse looking for his first as a Blue Hen. Got too much loft on it from 12 feet away. He cleared the crossbar and rang the puck right into the glass. Kohada clears. Icing waved off by Johnny Casey. And Martorella recovers the puck at the near corner, backhands it around to the far side, where LeBron sets up low. Here's a 2-on-2. Low, Deeks, splits defenders, walks it in close. Baldacci with the catch, and he hangs on with 55.4 to go. And the first game of the season, one which will see the Blue Hens prove victorious. Barring a miracle for the Marauders and a complete meltdown by Odgers, but as we've seen in the last 2 seasons, that is highly, highly unlikely. He hasn't seen a whole lot of work tonight, but he is certainly dialed in. 47.5 to go, another glove save by Baldacci, who you've got to hand it to him. He's just been peppered with vulcanized rubber tonight, and he's done a great job of minimizing rebound chances. The trouble came early and often with the kitchen overly crowded, and that's where Delaware has been able to make the greatest impact. LeBlanc hassled by Dreisbach along the near boards. 2-on-2 battle at the point develops just inside the Millersville blue line. Puck knocked loose. Andrews on his horse, racing it down. Ryan Johnson stays with him, stayed level with him, and was able to get the puck ahead to Swift. Batted in by LeBlanc from just above the blue line. It rolls into the far corner of the Millersville end, and Brendan Ward's clearing attempt ends up over the boards and out of play with 15.8 seconds to go in regulation. The rest, merely a formality, as Brown lines up across from LeBlanc for the face-off in the Delaware attacking zone. LeBlanc crashes the net. Johnson along with him. Moran posts up net front, but he's marked there by Ward. Puck brought out by King. Down to the last 4 seconds. King, shot from just inside the Delaware blue line, rings off the glass. The horn sounds, and the Delaware Blue Hens prove victorious at first asking, defeating the Millersville Marauders by a tally of 7-1. Ryan Johnson with a pair of goals and an assist. Kyle Sapia, Shane Moran, Ben Bergman, Cal Raymore lighting the proverbial lamp too, and Will Jowett scoring his first in a Blue Hen sweater. Stephen Odgers gets the win for Delaware between the pipes, and they hit the road next weekend, taking on Army on Saturday night before their first of 2 meetings with the College of New Jersey Lions. It was a Sunday matinee. That will do it for us at Delaware Hockey Night on opening night, a successful opening night for the Delaware Blue Hens, defeating the Millersville Marauders by a tally of 7-1. For the entire crew, Nick Zafiri joining us behind the scenes. James Witherite flying solo, thanking you for your company here this evening. Thanking you as well for your patience as we iron out these last few technical issues. And we'll see you again in a couple weeks as the Division I Blue Hens open their stand on September 20th. Good night, everybody. We'll see you again soon.